100 Days of Gratitude, day 78. And today I'm grateful for the light side, the bright side, the other perspective, the cup half full. And I was reminded of such yesterday talking with somebody who's in the shop who, see him fairly regularly and just checked in and was like, hey, how's it going? And he says, okay. And he proceeded to kind of explain how that morning he had his van broken into and he lost thousands of dollars of tools. So he's a plumber, and basically his work is livelihood, and the tools that he needs to perform such all taken. I mean, he said even his kid's backpack, his prescription glasses, like he lost so much. But what was most remarkable was he had already begun to turn the corner, genuinely, in the sense of, as anyone would, right? You have this experience and immediately you're going to feel, the loss, you're going to feel, anger, you're going to feel violation, you're going to feel like all the feelings, right? And each of us have a choice to keep in that energy, or what he did. And, not in any kind of fake way. Like, this was really very genuine. He'd shifted his perspective and he started to think about, okay, I've had these losses, I've had this kind of, invasion, but here's what I do have. And he was instantly shifted to the gratitude and the appreciation for what he did have. And, literally counting his blessings. And, made definitely an impact on me, just connecting with him, and I have no doubt that, I'm sure the rest of that day, that would probably be challenged, that state of mind. One could easily get drawn back into, again, the feelings of resentment and anger and, all the emotions that would come up. But he was genuinely, embracing that other side, the bright side, the cup half full. And, I can extrapolate in terms of, what could have been going through his mind, but really ultimately it's him that's of value. It's his skills. Yes, he needs the tools, but those can be replaced, right? And who knows what's going to come on the other side in terms of how he'll get those tools. Likely he has an ability to start beginning to acquire those back, get back into his work, which is that value to generate that wealth. And most importantly, it's a mindset, right? And I know he realized this, right? To stay in that energy of the loss, the anger, the everything, you're only hurting yourself, right? It's the incident happened. It is what it is. Totally sucks. But to kind of stew in that energy, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's on you in that regard. And incident happened. It is what it is, and we get to choose how we move forward. Right? Do we stay stuck in that energy, or do we count our blessings? Do we reflect on what we do have? And, be grateful, grateful that we're not that type of person that would do that to anybody else. We're grateful that we're not in that position, that we see no other alternative to get by other than to harm another or to invade someone's space or to take their property. There's so much to be grateful for, and it really is a choice to, take responsibility, take the other perspective. And again, not in a fake way, not in, not honoring the feelings, the emotions one would naturally have if that happened to you, but to, as much as one can, embrace that shift in perspective and see it through a different lens, a different light. And already by, it happened in the morning, he discovered it. And when I saw him about noon, his day he was in a different space, and I'm sure his day was unfolding very differently than he would have if he was stuck in that victim mentality. And so I'm grateful for, people like that demonstrate that take that on, because it's not easy, but it is, is not easy as it is. It's also the easier path forward in the long run. I know sometimes as humans we like to stay in that energy, we like to play the victim, we like to blame others, but ultimately as kind of an easy out as that is actually the hard path, right? Life gets difficult and more challenging and less enjoyable when you embody that energy. And when you shift, when you flip it around to the light side, the bright side, it is what it is. You move forward in a lighter, brighter, more positive energy. And A, it's more enjoyable, and B, I think it sets you up for ease of moving forward, allowing the good things to come, focusing on that positivity, giving out more energy to the universe of what you want. So thank you. 100 Days of Gratitude, day 78.